Good evening and welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. What you gonna do? I don't know, but something's gonna grow. Y'all, hoo-wee. It is hot up in here. The sun came out later. We got a reprieve earlier today. We were supposed to hit 90 degrees and the sun wasn't shining. It was overcast for most of the day, but then that sun came out and it went to blazing. All right, looking up at my seedlings here. Okay, so out of the 10 green bean plants that I planted here, and these are pole beans, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of the 10. That one didn't make it. And then my peas didn't do anything. Once again, that one it threatened to come up and it hasn't moved. Okay, so that's that. And so that gets aborted tomorrow. And I'm going to stick one of the patty pans that I took from my patty pan squash in there, and then I'm hopefully going to stick in a patty pan from the one I got from the farm market, the hybrid. Okay, I may or may not do that one, but I might try it. Okay, so my Zephyr squash did pretty good back there. In fact, let me get this tag to the front. That did pretty good. As you can see, my yellow squash is doing good, and the true leaf, here's a true leaf right here and right here, are coming on already. So those are probably going to get, as soon as those true leaves get big enough, I'm sticking it out in the keyhole garden. Okay, the green beans, same with those. Once those true leaves come on, they're going out. Yep. So, and then my cauliflower, I keep saying cauliflower, that didn't come up. My kohlrabi, cabbage, and my broccoli, they're doing excellent. And those will go into crates, I believe. Okay, let's see what else we got going up in here. You know what? All my strawberries in this thing died, and they survived all summer, and they just suddenly died. I think it's from the heat in here because I removed the shade cloth. That's okay, because I have enough extras to make up. In fact, these right here will be going right into there, and the weather's about to cool off later this week. We're going to be back in the 70s, and we're only going to get colder from there. So the strawberries should make it. My mojito, Morris the Mojito Mint, he's bouncing back, y'all. After I cut all that dead foliage off, he has begun to reproduce once again. So this is going to be my last hurrah with that, of course, because we're in August now. These are doing pretty good. And let's see, what else we got? My cantaloupe is doing pretty good over here. That's the one that I did manage to get pollinated. And I have so many more coming on. There's one right there. Let's see if you can see it. It's a male right next to the female right there. So we're going to see what these cantaloupes and honeydews do for this month here. And they should take me beyond because they're in the greenhouse, because I dare not move them. They will die on me just like that. Well, the Korean melon didn't die, and I think I have a Korean melon coming on that plant. So we will find out in the next few days here, but I think I saw one earlier today. Tomatoes, I have to prune again. I just pruned last week, but then I fertilized right after I pruned. We're right back at it. And look at all the flowers coming. So I'm gonna get it pruned real fast. We're gonna do that tomorrow while I'm in here. I've got new cherry tomatoes. I'm loaded. And then some of them are, in fact, let's pluck a few. Here's one right here. Let's pluck him. Let's pluck her. And we're gonna leave that one back there because I have new flowers, and the chemical that tomatoes release to make them ripen, I want to keep a few on so that these other ones can begin to ripen because they're big enough now. I'm waiting on my peanuts. They've bloomed, so something's happening under there, but I won't be pulling those until the plants die back, just like potatoes. Greens are really starting to do really well and taking off. My herbs are coming up again. They haven't gone to seed. The Swiss chard is almost time to cut that again. I'm gonna let these greens come on and just get as big as they could possibly get before I cut those again. I've gotten two harvests off of that and the Swiss chard. So now I'm gonna just let them both grow, and then my next harvest will be a larger harvest that I can, you know, do something with for the holidays. Same with my purple Cherokee. I have new flowers, but I need to prune again after 1 week. And that's because I fertilized. I know that's the reason why everything pretty much grew back. But look at here. The tomatoes are getting bigger by the day. The ones that are on the vine. Here's one right here too. And then I have more coming. Same with the green zebras. I know, okay, there's some right there. And I have more flowers and more tomatoes about to come. I'm behind. I'm 2 months behind because what I'm seeing now is usually what happens in June for me. But, you know, I don't mind being late because of the simple fact I'm getting some production, and I'll get some stuff because of this greenhouse. I'll miss the first frost. That mess that's out there, you know, first frost is scheduled for October 15th. I'm gonna keep an eye on the weather. I'll know if we're gonna get an early frost or not, and I'll know if we're gonna get a late frost. But before that frost hit, that stuff is coming into the greenhouse, and it'll be crowded once again in here, and I will let the frost miss that stuff, and I'll continue to get harvest clear up until November, possibly December, depending on our, we call it Indian summer, but the politically correct terminology now is Native American summer. We get that every year. So after we go through the frost, and sometimes we get a snow and it gets real cold and all this stuff, all of a sudden we have like a week. Every now and then we'll go 2 weeks where the weather is back in the 70s and everybody thinks it's summer again, and then everybody gets sick, and then all heck breaks loose right after that, and we go into winter never to look back. Look at that gooseberry, y'all. Let's zoom in on the gooseberry. And I believe this video is upside down. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I'm gonna keep it upside down. I'll just rotate it when I upload it. Okay, and then I've got ground cherries coming. The ground cherries are exploding. The plants, I've got ground cherries everywhere. I've got flowers everywhere. So for the next, until the season is over with, I should probably end up getting enough ground cherries to where I can dehydrate some again this year. Look at that okra. I've got okra coming, y'all. I see it. So I'll get that white okra. And then my new strawberries that just came from that one plant alone, looking good down there. Okay, so let's make our way outside. I'm gonna show y'all the green beans, and I'm gonna show y'all my new crop that's coming in that I'm very, very excited about. And then we're gonna get off of here. And I'm gonna show y'all Booga's trap. Okay, y'all, here we go. The rest of the green beans have come up. I thought one was the Zephyr squash, but it's not. These are the green beans. I planted 4 of them, and I have 4. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So they've all come up, and these are bush beans, so I'll just let them grow. And then hopefully that Zephyr will come up. If not, I'll put that Zephyr that's in the greenhouse, I'll plant it right out there. My green beans, they have recovered. I did pull the dead foliage off of it today. I watered it real good. My flowers stayed intact. I didn't lose any of my blooms, just a few leaves, but it's looking good. It's looking good. It's taken to the trellis here. So I should be seeing green beans in the next couple of weeks. Not even that long, probably within a week. Let's look at the patty pan, y'all. There's my baby. He's doing good down there. Mrs. Honeyberry, that plant is barely hanging on. It's producing some new foliage, so hopefully it'll hang in there and go on, and, you know, hopefully it'll come back next year. If not, I'm gonna have to look for a new Mrs. Honeyberry plant. Mr. Honeyberry has done very well. This thing has really taken off. But she, on the other hand, she's weak. I've got new cucumbers back there. There's 4 on that one. There's 4 on the one up front in the corn patch. And I have a zillion of them at the Diva cucumber patch. So I am excited. Let's look at the Divas real quick. I've got some flowers coming here on the Crenshaw melon, so I have a feeling that I'm gonna mess around and get one. We'll see. Okay, the blackberry bush has taken off again. Look at how it's growing, y'all. It's just running. So once those vines get long enough, you've got your floricane and your primocane. And M.I. Gardner did a video, I think last week, about the canes. He said that if you're not sure about them, he said don't cut it at all. Don't prune it at all. Just let it stay. And then next year they'll come back, both sets, and one will produce and one won't. He said the one that produces, you leave. The one that doesn't produce, you cut. And he said then that way you're back on track and you will know which one to cut at the end of the season, after you mark it, of course, which is what I'll need to do. That Diva cucumber is coming along good, and I found one hidden behind him. Y'all know cucumbers like to hide. Here's one right here that's coming along. And then my biggest one is up top. He's up here in the clothesline somewhere. Oh, there he is right there. And I like the way that they're hanging. So they should come along real good unless a squirrel gets to them some kind of way and I see some dead foliage that I need to cut off. I'll do that on tomorrow. I'm gonna cut this plant down again because there's weeds coming back in. I'm gonna get those weeds pulled and I'm gonna cut that again. Okay, let's go over to Booga real quick. I made him a den. And I think he's gonna go in there and I think he's gonna end up getting trapped. Wait a minute. Did that trap go off? Oh man, I think I messed around and set that trap off. Unless he's in there, we're finna find out. I would hear movement if he was in there. He wouldn't be that quiet. I'm gonna have to reset the trap, y'all. I had a feeling that once I put that hay on top, that trap is very, 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 very sensitive. I can't even explain to you how sensitive this trap is. If you breathe on it too hard, that trap will go off. And I didn't hear it go off. But when I threw, y'all saw that short, when I threw that potato in and I was all happy that the trap didn't go off, well, apparently it did. So I'm gonna have to remove all this and reset the trap, y'all. I'm glad I came back out here and decided to because I almost didn't do a film today because I did that. You know, yep, nothing's in there. I did that short, and then also I did that, I posted the tour bit video, so I wasn't going to do a video. I'm glad I came out here because I would not have known that this trap had done this, and it would have all been for naught, okay? Alrighty, so we'll get back to that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to get that reset off camera. You know what? I might be able to do it. Hold on. No, because I don't want to snap my finger. And I have to remember how it's done on top of that. Oh, wait a minute. I think I got it. Oh, I gotta take the pin off. That's the problem. On both sides at that. It's so many steps to this. Okay, I'm have to come back to that because it's gonna take me too long. Okay, let's go over here to the eggplant. That's what I want to show you. That is my new crop of the day. So, whoop, whoop, whoop. Crop alert, crop alert. I've got 14 eggplants on one plant alone and then 10 on the other. So I'm gonna leave them on there for now, and I'm gonna see which ones struggle and which ones grow the best. And the ones that grow the best, I will keep those and then get rid of the ones that are struggling, and because I still should get some. But all these are real small. They just got pollinated, so it's gonna take a minute. These, on the other hand, there's 2 there. There's a whole bunch back there. Some of them you can barely see, but every one of those got pollinated. Then I've got a cluster right here that are new right there. That whole cluster, I might lose those because that's a weak branch. But then I have a stronger one right here. Let me get my finger on it so you can see it. Here we go, right here. So I'm gonna just let them grow. And then, like I said, the ones that struggle, I'll get those off and then let the other ones come through. And I'll leave a few of the smaller ones. Woo, a bee. I'll leave a few of the smaller ones and then we'll go from there. I'm gonna take a gamble tonight and I'm gonna leave my peppers and my green beans uncovered for the night. Simply because I have a lot of flowers on them and I want them to get more sun. And so I'm gonna take a gamble and hopefully a squirrel won't come through and eat up everything. Same with the green beans. I have flowers all over because I harvested last week, and I have a few that can actually be harvested now in there, but I'm gonna give them a few more days. I'm gonna let them get a little bit bigger, especially since I have those other green beans. Here's one right here. Especially since I have those other green beans out right now and they're getting ready to start producing. I can play around with these and I don't have to pick them so soon like I was doing before. Here's one right here that came off. Then I have some over there. So I'm gonna let those get a little bit bigger. I will take this one in. I'm not wasting a green bean, y'all. Okay, so basically that's it. And, and I brought this squash plant out because there's a female that just came on right there. And then I have a female. Y'all know about that one that died. I have another female, down there, that one. And then there's another female way over on this side somewhere. It's just coming in, but I could tell that it's a female. So I'm gonna cut some of these larger leaves, probably this one and possibly that one, and maybe one over here, just so that the pollinators will be able to see the female squash, because those flowers are going to be opening this week, in the next few days. My jambalaya okra has taken off. I have new leaves and I have that okra coming in right back here. So I think, and I have another flower about to bloom on it. So I think I'm gonna take this into the greenhouse and let it do its thing. It'll go and take off just like the white okra did. Okay, you guys, so that's it for today. Just wanted to give you an update on how things are looking. I grilled today, and that came out really, really, really good. I grilled some pork steak, and I did some veggie packs from my veggies, and every piece of seasoning that I used the whole time came from my seasonings. So I used my mixed seasoning, almost finished it off, so I'm gonna have to make some more quick. I used French tarragon, some herbs, and everything just came out wonderful. I only ate a sample of it just to taste it after I got done. So now I'm waiting for the Olympics to come on, and that's when I'm gonna chow down and eat dinner at 8 o'clock, okay? The other thing, tomorrow, while I'm watching Olympics, after I eat, I'm getting those onions cut up. The dehydrator will be coming to the greenhouse on tomorrow to dehydrate the onions. I watched about 4 or 5 videos on the process of dehydrating onions and making the onion powder, and every one of them said you do not want to dehydrate those onions in the house because number one, it's a 12-hour job for the most part, and they said your whole house will be horribly smell horrible the whole time, and your eyes will burn and all that. One said that after 6 hours, if you dehydrate outside, you can bring your dehydrator in after 6 hours and finish the last 6 hours because they've dried down enough to where you don't have the problem. I just said, well, I have a plug, I have electricity out here. I'm just gonna cut them up tonight, set them in the fridge overnight, and then I'm gonna bring the dehydrator out in the morning because I've got to get up early. First of all, I got to go all the way into the bowels of Detroit tomorrow to pick up this yarn so that I can finish my weighted blanket, and that's the only store that has that yarn because it was discontinued, so they have it on clearance, half off. And they had 6 skeins left. I needed 1 skein, but I bought, and I already paid. I bought it online, but I'm scheduled to pick it up on tomorrow. So I'm gonna get up early to do that because I do not want to run into that traffic coming back. I'm not gonna take the highway, but the route that I'm taking is a long route, and it's still on a busy thoroughfare that gets very busy after 5 o'clock. Plus the tree people are coming, so I want to talk to them first thing in the morning, and they can drop those wood chips off at any time because my driveway will be clear. So I'm gonna just let them know when you get a good batch, bring it on in, and I won't be home, you know, until later. Then the other what else do I have to do? It's something else. I forgot. But it's something else tomorrow along the same lines. Let's see, I gotta go get the yarn. It's something else I have to do tomorrow, and that's the reason why I have to get up early. I forgot. But anyway, so that will be done. So in the meantime, when I get home, I don't want to have that dehydrator running, not even in the greenhouse while I'm not at home. So once I get home, I will set up the greenhouse with the dehydrator. I gotta clean up, and I'm gonna make a spot over there, and I'm gonna set it, start running it as soon as I get back home, and it's supposed to run for 12 hours. So I might wait. You know what? I'm gonna wait till the evening, because if I put it out here at 8 tomorrow night, it can run till like 8 the next morning. We're supposed to be washed out Tuesday. In fact, it's supposed to start raining tomorrow night, but I've got to get those onions done. So I'm gonna just do it, you know, and I'll bring the dehydrator out here, and then I have my umbrella. So I'm gonna take this in so that when I do come out here, if it's raining, which is supposed to be Tuesday, I can at least come out here to turn the dehydrator off. And they'll just have to sit here because I'm not going to take my dehydrator out in the rain if it's raining, and it probably will be. So that's the way it'll be done. And then once it stops raining or whatever, then I'll take the dehydrator in and I'll have my onions. And then I'll start working on the powder, and then I can start dehydrating some more herbs after that. Okay, you guys, so I'm gonna get off of here, and I will talk to you guys later, and may God bless you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and I will see you tomorrow on the next one. Bye-bye. Oh, and welcome new members. I don't know how I'm growing, but I am. It's like I've gotten like 10 new members in the past few days. So hi, y'all. Hey. So I guess because I'm doing those shorts and whatnot, so maybe people tell me, how did you find me? Even if you're a lurker, just say hi and say, okay, I found you through the algorithm, or I found you through another page or something, you know, just let me know. Hey, but you're more than welcome. I'm glad that you're here, and thank you for watching. Yep. So I will talk to you guys later, and may God bless you all. Bye-bye.